Hey, what's up, 4RT? It's art. I agree. I don't know what we're talking about. Are we talking about my desk mat? Because I do love this desk mat. Oh, art machine. Oh, nice. I got it. I'm picking up what you're putting down now. I realized there was something I was going to look up. And so I might as well look it up with this. This is my Venom board. And this is my coffee. Right? I love these aluminum accent keycaps. They're so fine. Oh, wait, here. Oh, no, two. There we go. Make it all red. I'm doing alright. My back is killing me. We've been at a convention all weekend. So, what's up, Jabronis? Or, I say all weekend. We started on Thursday. What's up, man? How are you doing today? I hope everybody's having a great morning or evening or afternoon, depending. This is what we're going to be looking at today. This is the Molly60. It's an older board. But recently it Keeps Raw did a sale where they had everything on their site 25% off. And I mean, it's a $135 HHKV aluminum case, and I'm like, hey. Oh, that's cool. How was it? Wait, where is... I'm faintly in the background. Let's get rid of that. So the one we have today... Oh, apparently just the pink with the Tiffany weight is all that's left. I was able to pick up the black sparkle with the PC plate and the black weight, which is what we'll be building today. That's going to be this guy. Oh, yes. So yeah, 7.5 degree typing angle. I'm so excited. All right. If you hear my cat yelling, it's just because she's crazy, not because she needs anything. Let's just put you over here. Wait. I don't know if y'all can hear this. This is great. Wait. That's a deep space bar. I'm not sure how I feel about that space bar, but it's pretty deep. So the Molly comes in a case, hard case. Inside the case, we get the foams, which we will be using, our gaskets, which are pour on, case plate, and PE sheet, along with another simple foam, and then the PC plate, which is white, and the PCB. The PCB has very little going on here. So you could essentially desolder this to solder these, or to solder in your ISO, but they do not by default allow it by you to do that. The one I'm a little confused with is this guy right here. So it looks like you can make this a full right shift if you wanted to, and again, this one is the split backspace, or rather the full backspace. By default it comes with a split backspace, so you would have to desolder and solder the contacts over to get that to work. We will not be doing that today, although I am tempted at some point to do that and solder my full backspace back together, as well as to step my caps. It uses a daughter board, which comes here and is connected via a JST connector on the back. Right, that spacebar, man. Comes in a little sleeve inside. And then a plastic bag inside that sleeve. And this is the board. I'm not exactly sure what they mean by sparkle, since that usually would indicate that there would be glitter. There is not. It is a rough textured paint coat. Yeah, that was a little weird. Like, all the internals are white. Or rather, except for the foam, obviously. Then you've got this little brass emblem here, which just says since 2013. Not exactly sure what that's supposed to be. There we go. But move the case out of the way. This is obviously a universal plate since you have that. So we'll see how that all fits together. Especially since we'll need to face it the right direction at some point. There we go. I'm with you. I hear you, and we're gonna do that. We're actually gonna end up replacing these silver screws with black screws during this process, because these should just be M2 screws, which I do have a pack of M2 black screws. These, however, are going to remain. But the case screws, I'm just going to make this a total black case. That's interesting. And this one doesn't even feel like it's screwed down. Is that the right one? Maybe not. No. Nope. I have to go to an actual screwdriver set. Gah. By that, I of course need my iFixit toolkit. Over here. Ouch. What about you? Still no. You're too big. Such an unusual size screw. There we go. Do y'all have anything interesting going on your Sunday morning or evening? I mean, aside from hanging out with me. Let's not do it that way. Let's do it this way. Maybe they're not. It's look a little big for M2. Maybe we will not be able to replace these. Yep, they're absolutely not M2. Oh wow, that's exciting. I've never tried anything like that so far. Yeah, it's considerably thinner. Yep, I changed my mind. These are not M2 or M3 screws, so we will not be replacing them, and we'll just build it straight. It's also interesting that this does not sit in. Okay. All right. Wait, one more time. By the way, if you're in the Denver area, I won't be there, but there is a keyboard meetup today. I'll be at the convention, so I won't be able to make it, but you should go check it out. If you need details. That is the EpoMaker Creamy Jade Hall Effect switch. Which really are some of the nicest and deepest Hall Effect switches. Come on. I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you to come out. There you are. Alright. I realize there might be a problem, but we'll take a look. Wait a second. Or, and hear me out, I could split the spacebar. I'm gonna split a spacebar. I'm gonna have an HHKB with a split spacebar. Yes, that's the Venom 60 HE inside of the Desktop Tribe DT60 case, which is gasket mounted. And then the EpoMaker Creamy Jade Hall Effects, which is GMK red line, except for the spacebar, enter, and escape key, which are aluminum accent keys by Electfox. They're pretty awesome and very reasonably priced. Okay, so that being said, oh wait, no, I can't split the spacebar. So what is that? That's interesting. No. All right. Well, I'm not splitting spacebar because I can't. But what I can do is KeyCon today? No. No. This is just a Colorado keyboard community has a meetup. Depending on where you're at in the state, either in the Denver metro area every other month, and then alternating between north of Denver around the Boulder area or south of Denver around the Colorado Springs area. So this is the inaugural Colorado, well, it's not actually in Colorado Springs. It's about half an hour south of Denver, near or kind of in between Colorado Springs and Denver. And yeah, so we're going to be meeting up there. Yeah, but so I don't have a 3U wire. I didn't even know that was a thing until just now. So now I gotta find a 3U wire, because this is gonna work for this. We'll grab our dielectric grease. Loop to the wire. Doesn't really need it because these are Pi-Goo stabs, but oh, wait a minute. No, that's right. Oh, wait. We're fine. I'm like, hey, I forgot to do this. And I did. But that will still work because I can do that because I haven't gotten to these yet. That's a lot of this and that I just said. Freya hates it when I do that. She's like, be specific. For those of you who don't know, Freya's my girlfriend. She's awesome. She's my partner in crime. We've been together for 19 years. Morning, Niku. How are you? Working on your bachelor thesis. That's exciting. Do you know what it's going to be on yet? Are you willing and able to share? Come on. Okay. 2 in. One left. Again, by default, the Molly comes with a split backspace, and you need to desolder the hot swap sockets and resolder them to put them into a full backspace, which is a little disappointing, but for me, because even though it's HHKB, which I don't like split backspaces because I just keep wanting to go both of them for backspace, and so I do. So I end up remapping them to be both backspace. Oh, that's interesting. So have you always been interested in architecture? Is this like a lifelong passion dream? Well, yeah. I mean, otherwise it would be as worthwhile for your bachelor thesis, now would it? If it were easy. All right. Let's see, can we shift that a little bit? No, okay. Here's our plate. We'll set that there. Okay, you are all ready. Let's get you two off to the side. Bring the case back out. We will need to put in our gaskets. I always put my gaskets. Oh, there. I always put my gaskets on the case, not onto the plate. In case I ever do get a different plate, I don't have to put the gaskets on a different plate. I don't have to get more gaskets, I guess. I don't know if everybody is the same way. I think a lot of people are. It's very cool that this went on sale. I've been seeing the Molly60 for a while. I had a Key Company Molly, the FRL 1800, but earlier this year I ended up I hadn't been using it, and Failed Utopia really wanted one, and so I sold her mine, and that was a great move because she has been loving it, has been using it constantly since she built it. So I'm very happy whenever and it's not often, whenever I sell a keyboard to somebody, I try to make sure that I'm selling it to somebody who's really gonna enjoy it, who's gonna get, because I love all my keyboards. So I don't like just letting them go to anywhere. I understand that, you know, once you sell something, it's not yours anymore. And if you don't understand that, that's how capitalism works. Well, unless you're a corporation, then you just license things to people. So I was thinking about, for this build, I was thinking about GMK Norse. But I also have MTNU Space Cadet. And I think either one will work. Because black, so, I mean, it's going to be kind of a blank canvas. After gaskets, I need more coffee. There must be the coffee component of our coffee and keyboards. And one more gasket. There we go. They include exactly enough gaskets for your board, so don't mess up. I guess. Alright, so those are ready for by the way, the JST connector and daughter board came installed inside of the case, which is a little weird. You also have a decent amount of flash around. If y'all don't know what flash is, it's that little extra plastic that is left over when you're cutting or molding something. Why does that look wrong? Why do you look wrong? Because you're wrong. Hey, I'm glad I noticed that now. That would have been unfortunate for me to notice later. Here we go. Okay. Okay. All right. Although, for switches... Oh, coffee. If you're gonna drink 1 cup of coffee a day, try to make it count. For switches, we are going to start with lunar stones, I think. These are the HMX lunar stones. I think most people know that they are some of my favorite switches. And you may be saying, the Adept, if they're some of your favorite switches, why aren't they on a board anymore? Funny story. I just took them out of the Neo 65, and I was putting an HMX Chew in its place, because even though they are my favorite switch, not every switch is good or ideal in every board. And that is the case. The HMX Chew ended up being the better switch for that particular build. I swear, this is kind of a soft plate. If I didn't know any better, I would say that it's PP and not PC. But we'll go with it. We'll trust him. We'll trust him this time. This board has per key RGB, obviously, south facing, which is nice for me because I don't really have any HHKB boards that have RGB on it. And I am an RGB enjoyer. So yesterday we got to see a panel with David Duchovny. I got to meet Felicia Day. That was exciting for me. Which I had told her that I was going to stop by her booth and say hi. Because I'm on her Discord, Felicitations. And Freya and I have been big fans of hers for years and years. If you are not familiar with Felicia Day, she is kind of a nerd content creator pioneer. It was a company. It was later acquired by Nerdist, but it was called Geek and Sundry, and essentially they did a ton of early work. Like, she was the first to really do the kind of advanced web series, like well, the Guild itself was one of the very first web series like that. Geek and Sundry is responsible for getting Critical Role started. Obviously, the Critical Role people are the creative force behind it, and that's all them, but yeah, nobody back then was doing live play D&D games, and she was telling the story during her panel about how she knew Ashley Johnson through Joss Whedon, and Ashley told her about this group of voice actors that she played Dungeons and Dragons with, although I think they were playing Pathfinder First Edition at the time. Later Dungeons and Dragons during Critical Role, but okay. Yeah, and that's how that came about. If you ever wondered. Who needs to do it? It's not going to want to do it, though. I even have those. Where are they? Okay. Let's see. We got to pin these guys. Hope I have enough. I don't know where I put the pins for this set. Let's see. We also saw Teal'c yesterday, Christopher Judge from Stargate, and he was the voice of. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. We'll deal with that later. That's a later The Adept problem. Is this appeal? I think it's appeal. Nope, it's not appeal. Okay. So, daughter board. Itty bitty hex screws. Now this might be you. Nope, it needs to be ittier and bittier. Ittier and bittier still. Nope, I was wrong. These are. Well, put you back. Put you back. Grab you. Nope. Here, Phillips. Man, I wish people would use magnetic screws. You go up here. You come down here. I can see you. Really? Hold the phone. I think I need a different bit. Okay, there we go. The foam should go this way. And you're going to come up through here like that. Of course, if you try to fit a bunch of random wires through a channel, it's not going to want to do that. Pour-on gaskets. Yes. Installed here, 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 and the same on the top case. Okay. And again, since I have moved it at all of these wires want to come out of the channel. Get back into the channel. Get our top case back on. Oh, which do I prefer? I prefer rubber tadpole. I prefer rubber tadpole over pretty much everything. See, since there's no channel for the screw, you gotta be really careful here. Yeah, I prefer tadpole mount. I think that was a very keen introduction. How about you? Which one do you prefer? Or O-ring, or top mount, or bottom mount, sandwich mount, tray mount? Although I guess my absolute preference is leaf spring. I really love the Salvation. I love my QK80 Mark II. Out of the way. Here we go. It's pretty bouncy, but kind of has a weird sound to it. I might have to take that apart. Again, GMK Norse. Should have the GMK Norse accent, which we will put. I said we will put here. I think I like it too. How are you, Mango? It especially works for today. Yes. Because we're going to a convention later. We've been at a convention since Thursday. But today... Hey! Coffee with chicory. If you have never tried coffee with chicory, you should give it a shot. You might not like it, but it's interesting. Especially with some cream and sugar. Some good old cafe au lait. I just realized I haven't tested anything. We're just kind of going for it. And we're going to assume that everything works. I'm not using the gray accents because I want the board darker to kind of go with the black case. Okay, and so we're going to go down here. Enter. Okay. Let's see how this all came together. So here's our board. Let's see if it lights up. Let's light up the board. Hopefully. Or not. Don't like it. It sounds good, but it's not lighting up yet. Did it not seat properly? I think it probably didn't seat properly. And I appreciate you being here, by the way. Two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Okay. You off to the side. there. Yeah, that didn't go all the way. I think I'm actually going to use this phone to start. And the reason for that is that there was a squish. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's try this again. You go in here like that. You want to sink into the channel. You don't really want to sink into the channel. Okay, there we go. Quick test. Oh, there's no giveaway today. Sorry. I never update that. I mean, I can give away things, but hey, look. We have lights. That's a good sign. I mean, is it only purple? I guess we'll see. We're gonna take a look and although I do realize one of the flaws of this time slot is when I do some giveaways, and I have tons of budget stuff to give away, I will, it's going to be only US. Maybe I'll figure out how to do international shipping, but I don't know that people are going to want budget boards. Shipped internationally. I mean, you're not going to want to pay that. Like, if I'm giving away a Tide Alice, which is like an $80 keyboard, and you end up paying $50 of shipping. Okay, let's try this again. Here we go. Our RGB. Take a drink. See if I have a keyboard. And I do. Yay, it's already configured for both backspaces. We'll do an actual sound test in a second. Interesting. Okay. everything is working. So let's go ahead and pause the music and we will do our sound test. So this is the Molly60 polycarbonate plate, all foams, but we're using the open cell foam in the bottom as the case foam, and not the pour-on sheet here, which I think is going to attach to the bottom. And then HMX Lunar Stones, right, Mango, right, and GMK Norse. So let's do the sound test. Right? Of course. I think I need to work on the stabs a little. They're a little soft. Yeah. Let's take a look and see. Oh, right. I have not properly configured this yet. Do we have a JSON file? We do. Come on, you can do it. Still loading. I think we're going to need to flash the firmware. Okay, so we're flashing the firmware. That's more rainbowy now. Look at that. Oh, that's much better. Yep, just needed a good old firmware upgrade. So now we can see it here. Let's go into layouts. Split the backspace. And then let's do some key mapping. Morning, Freya. Morning, Kaylee. And we want that to be our right win. We want that to be our MO1. Okay, backspace, and okay. We're going to move all of this stuff. Like all of it. Let's just move all of it, because that doesn't belong there. You're up. You are left. You are down. You are right. You are. Minus plus. Brightness minus. Saturation plus, saturation minus. Calc is stupid. Okay. Now that we have all that done, we can go back here. Now I have a standard layout that just works for me for these types of things. There. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, have a good night. Sleep well. Hope y'all have a good one. I'm not leaving yet. No, just about. I'm just getting this all done. We'll take a look at the lighting. Take a look at the lighting. Oh, that's interesting. Wow, this is a lot. Change our backlighting. We're gonna do an up-down gradient. And I'm not unhappy with that. I'm not gonna touch that. That looks nice. Okay. Let's see, let me show y'all what I'm looking at here. Here we go. We have our Molly60 fully configured now for me. So we have our control over here, our WAN over here, a function up here, and then we have our media controls located here. Oh, actually, I messed up one of my media controls. Let's go back here. You are nothing. Nothing. And you are media previous. And you are media next. Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out where to get 3 U wires, because I'm going to split that spacebar. I'm gonna split it so much. It's gonna be crazy. Alright. So before I go, because again, short and stream this time, I did want to show off what we're building next week, because I'm very excited by it. It's here, finally, the ASCII-F. In its giant Brobdingnagian case of glory. So, very, very happy by this. Does anybody have any questions about the Molly before I go? Anything that y'all would want to see? Do you have a question about anything else? Because otherwise, y'all see the hard case, which is nice. Let's see how it fits in built, because I haven't actually tried this yet. So there's actually 2 parts to this case, because there's that. There's also this sleeve, which is just kind of a thin, you can see how you can see through it. Sleeve, and it goes in, and that fits in here. It's kind of, I mean, I guess it needs that sleeve because it's kind of loose in here. Other things to look at on this board, you've got your little flower design here, and then of course some Molly on the back. In this particular case, it's a black on black, which is one of the things that I really wanted and liked about this. very bouncy board. Which I like. I don't know how y'all feel about that. But I think it came out really nice for a nice little short stream. And it is something I really have been looking for in an HHKB, and I've been enjoying some. I can't wait to figure out how to split that spacebar, and then I'll share pics when I do. I'll be finishing off the remainder of my coffee. And that brings us to the end of the stream. I hope everybody has enjoyed it. I look forward to spending more time next week. Doing a longer stream, starting probably around 7 Mountain Time. Today I started about 6:45. That was only because obviously it was a bit of a short stream. And we'll be building the ASCII F, and I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, so join me. I don't know if anybody else is streaming yet this morning, but let's take a look. Okay, I can use the keyboard. Glowy. We do have someone building another HHKB. Let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and raid. Awesome. Thank you for showing up. Thank everybody for showing up. I really appreciate it. It's part of the reason why I keep streaming, because I love interacting with you all. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and raid and have a great rest of your Sunday, whatever is left to it for people in the later half. And thank you for showing up, Mango. I always love seeing you, and I will miss your stream today because I'll be at the convention. But have a great one.